Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Oh, sorry. We're just playing over here.
It was a sad day in Vagabond fan life today.
Why was it sad?
We winterized.
Oh gosh, yeah, that. So, just looking at the forecast for this week and tomorrow, no, Friday night has a low of 24 or 25 degrees, and it's not getting too warm that next day. And we've been in some high 20s before and not winterized if it's got warmer during the day, but this was kind of iffy. But then, like 4 or 5 days later, it's going to be like 23 degrees for a low for a couple days. So it's not worth risking your pipes. And so we've done this before.
We will spare you the details. We didn't film the process.
Yeah.
We've done that before, but...
So we winterized the van, which means now we live in the van with no running water. We have bottled water for everything. So
yeah, it'll work. But
so
it emphasizes how important it is for us to have these lines inside and why we're doing all this. So
yeah, so we thought we haven't been filming a lot lately.
yeah, now if you look behind us, you probably see a bunch of wires hanging and maybe part of the
Awesome.
ceiling going in. We'll take you in there and kind of show you what's going on. But we really haven't been filming a lot, but we thought we'd just sit down and chat with you and kind of let you guys know about what our plans are coming up.
Winter plans.
Yeah.
We've had plans for a while to have both our boys fly. One's in LA and one's in Vancouver, Washington, and we've missed a few Christmases with them, and we don't want to do that this year. So they're flying to Florida for Christmas, and we've rented a place for a few days, part of a week. So we're going to spend Christmas
in Florida
with our boys. So what we're doing here is we're going to be here with George for the next 6 weeks. Hammer time.
I think it's 5 weeks now.
5 weeks now.
It's ticking away so fast. I'm feeling the pressure of that.
Yeah. So we're going to get as much done as we can with George in the next 6 weeks. So the plan is we're leaving here in our current van mid-December, unless another Arctic blast comes in and it's crazy cold.
It could chase us out sooner.
But we're hoping to be here until mid-December, and then we're going to head to Florida, and we'll be on the east coast of Florida for Christmas.
Yep.
And we're just going to stay there.
Yeah.
And when George finishes the van this winter, he's going to deliver it to Florida. So here's the deal. Our Road Trek Zion SRT 2016, it's an amazing shape with lithium upgrades and volt start, is going to be for sale, and we're going to want to sell it
in Florida. Yeah.
So if you're interested, send us a private message.
Yeah.
How to do that?
carryonvagabond@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was plugged.
So we really have to have laser vision focus the next few weeks so we can get some more things done. But let's take you inside and show you what we've been up to these last few days. So we've got a lot of wires going on here. A lot of wires. The main breaker panel is going to be right here. So you can see all these lines are coming out. We have more coming out here.
And one thing George did was when he labeled the wires, each wire is wrapped in this, well, I'll show this, wrapped in this loom, which comes cut like this, and you just feed it through the wire, and that's loom. So each wire is labeled the same on both ends, and it's labeled like this one is USB mid. So we know that we have 3 USB areas in the van, fore, mid, and aft. And
yeah, so this goes, and it says what it is too, 12 volt DC USB mid. So we know this line goes up here and it's run up to the mid cabin where the USB port is going to be.
Right. So we're going to have lots of interesting lighting. We're going to have reading lights back there. We're going to have some accent lighting. We're going to have 4 LED pucks in the bedroom area. You can kind of see where we've got some LED pucks cut in these boards. Oh, check out these. Pretty sweet, huh? We painted them. George made them. So for those that don't know, we're at the Humble Road van shop working with George on this van. And I think this Sunday, George is going to be putting up a video, and I'm fairly certain he's going to talk about how he made these out of plywood, which is pretty cool. So anyway, oh, our water tank.
Yeah, so we did get our hot water tank, and that's going to go back on this baby bridge, but sadly, it came with a big dent in it.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned because it's got it's a lot of money for a damaged water tank, so we're getting a new one shipped to us, but this is just sitting here
to give you an idea of what that's going to look like. Let me take you around inside. Hi, girl. So yeah, you can see where we're gonna have the 2 pucks here, and then we're gonna have more hallway lights. There's another one here, there's gonna be one here. Dave's gonna have a reading light up here. We're gonna have, the sink's gonna be here, and there will be a puck light here, and then another task light here under the cabinets
there'll be
for the galley.
There'll be a row of cabinets that go all the way back in here.
I think our next project is going to be the wall panels, and also once the wiring is complete for the lighting, we can start working on these panels that come off this. So what's going to happen is there's going to be marine vinyl wrapped Luan panels that click into here.
Yeah, you'll have to stay tuned to George's channel because he's doing some really interesting stuff to how this is going to click up into here and how this is going to go.
Everything's removable, so if we have to access a wire, we know exactly where it's at. Now, another thing we're going to be doing is taking a video tour before we cover these wires. And so we'll have documentation for the future. If there's something going on with an outlet, we know exactly where and how to access it.
Yeah, Irene and George have been, they're really into the, you know, the interior decorating stuff, and I'm not. I don't know what goes with what. It just.
Ooh, I want to show them the colors.
So yeah, so there's gonna be.
Wait, I'll go get it. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Some of you might be surprised by the color choices. I don't know, maybe not. So our cabinetry is going to be walnut, oiled walnut.
Maybe a little bit dark, but it's so beautiful we didn't care.
Our countertop is going to be this, which you probably can't tell on camera, but it does have sparkles in it, which I love.
Yeah, and it's Korean.
Mm-hmm. Really cool. And so the marine vinyl that's going on the ceiling is going to be white. So it's going to match those ceiling panels and going to blend in nicely and just be nice and bright. I wanted it to be bright in here. So we're having a lot of lights and a lot of white. Back above the bed, like the bedroom ceiling, we're going to have that white panel of wood that we just showed you. And then this is going to come off that. It's kind of a gold. And I really like the texture.
She likes gold.
I do like gold. I like the texture of this. And then there's going to be a break of this kind of maroon color, just like a little accent. And then there's going to be this pearly color that comes down. Probably hard to tell these colors on camera very accurately, but we have a vision. Or I have a vision.
I was going to say we.
Dave's not really involved in the vision.
I'm going to put paneling up and paint it all white and call it good.
Yeah, but this is what's going on here.
Her and George, they really enjoy this part, so I'm cool with it. One of the big things I want to get done before we leave here is I want to build a custom roof rack, something I've been designing in my head for over a year since we first started even thinking about our own van build. Something that is going to be up high enough There's going to be an awning mounted to it, but I can also have a kayak on it that goes above the awning because the kayak would be wider, so it'd actually go over the top of the awning, and then all the solar panels would run down the other side. I'm thinking we're going to be able to get 400 watts of solar on that side. So it should be a really cool roof rack that we'll try to do a really good video, because if you want to make one, it should be pretty cool.
Another thing I'm sure you've noticed is that we insulated the ceiling.
George, let me insulate. I'm always bugging him. When can I insulate in here?
Yeah.
There's so many things I want to insulate, but we had to wait for a lot of this for the wiring to come in. So now that this is in, I can start insulating inside here, all the places that he's done running wires. I just like to insulate.
Yeah, he's an insulation king. Now, one thing I want to point out is we noticed right away. So we've had the heater on in the shop a bit because of the lower temperatures. This van gets warm and it stays warm. Also, the acoustics in here are amazing now that we insulated the roof, the ceiling.
Yeah, it's completely changed.
Way
It
different.
sounds different. It feels different. It just maintains the heat in here. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you insulate, huh?
I'm loving it. Well, that's what we've been working on. We got a lot of things coming up. Hopefully we'll get to your roof rack soon. So.
Hopefully soon.
All right. We'll catch you down the road.
Carry on.
Carry on.